Hi everybody. I don't like doing videos like this because these videos literally suck because I'm all alone. I don't have anyone to fucking rant to and it sucks. But I kind of had to this week because if I didn't do it like this, then the next opportunity we would have to shoot a video would be Friday because it's Thanksgiving week and Thanksgiving is the most irrelevant holiday ever. But of course people like to fucking celebrate it. So yeah, is where we are in life. So this is the first solo review on the channel in a long ass time. It's amazing. It's been a long ass time. This is Survivor Series 2018. This pay-per-view sucked donkey balls, in case you were just wondering. I didn't watch the pre-show, but it says that SmackDown won the pre-show match. Do you care? No? Okay. Moving on. This is the start of the Survivor Series pay-per-view on the WWE Network. Survivor Series is the second longest running pay-per-view for them. And they've ruined it so much. By the way, I look like a total bum today. I'm sorry. I was too lazy to actually get dressed and actually, look good. Because you people don't care about that anyway. You just want to hear me talk about wrestling, don't you? Fucking retards. So this pay-per-view started with a woman. Because how do you get people to stop watching pay-per-view as soon as it comes on? You give them women. Good idea. This women's elimination match was Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Bayley, Mickie James, and Tamina versus Asuka, Carmella, Naomi, Sonya Deville, and to be determined who ended up being Mandy Rose. I said Hulk Hogan in the predictions video. It ended up being Mandy Rose. This company. This was a very typical women's match ever. Who cares? It was the crowd didn't react except for Becky, because they're all retards. Because my crown almost fell off. I had to save it. Because they're all retards who fucking complain when people don't pay attention to wrestling. But when they fucking chant someone else's name and take over the show while not watching the wrestling match, they're proud of themselves. Okay. Nia Jax is the most over heel ever now. Because she actually injured Becky Lynch and these people are retards. And Vince knows that they're retards. Oh, they're going to boo her? Ah, I'm going to give them a reason to boo her. Great. Good job. You just are accomplishing making Nia Jax the greatest heel the women's division has ever seen. Why? Here's my question to you retards. You're booing her because she injured Becky Lynch. Why would you boo her? Do you realize giving her a reaction is only going to want Vince to push her more? You're convincing Vince McMahon that you're into her, which you are. Don't get me wrong. But if you're so against Nia Jax, why do you even pay attention to her? You know what I mean? Just don't pay attention to her. Just act like she's nothing. Just turn your back away from the match and don't watch it like most people do when the women's matches come on. Raw won. Naomi was the team captain and she was eliminated in like 5 seconds. I found that pretty funny. Other than that, who the fuck cares? Next match, Seth Rollins versus shit-stain Nakamura. Duh. This was a very boring fucking match because there was no reason to fucking care. They wrestled for 20 minutes. And, I had somebody comment. I think it was, like, in a thread or something. I don't remember what it was. But they were like, how could you not like the good wrestlers? We do all realize that wrestling is fake, correct? Seth Rollins and Nakamura, they're not good wrestlers. They're just bad entertainers. So I don't know why you're saying, oh, why don't you appreciate the good work rate? It's not real. They're just doing aerial gymnastics inside of a gym ring. Why are you getting so offended by this? Seth Rollins won because Nakamura's a jobber. Backstage, Braun Strowman went, and Ziggler went, ah! That's the promo. AOP fought the Bar in a very thrilling match between two heel teams. AOP won because Rockstar Spud pissed his pants. Isn't that funny? Isn't that entertaining? No? Okay. The Bar is jobbers, by the way. They lost because Rockstar Spud pissed his pants. The SmackDown team was backstage getting motivated, this report says. Shane McMahon said, we're here. We're the blue brand. We're good. Miz said, yeah! That was the whole promo. Cruiserweight Championship match between Buddy Murphy and Mustafa Ali. Because what says a pay-per-view other than getting a match that, you don't build up to on Raw or SmackDown and nobody watches 205 Live. So let's just throw this match out here for people to not care about. This was the piss break. I can't talk. This was the piss break match. The Cruiserweights have turned into the Divas. They're the piss break. Except you get an extended piss break now because they wrestle for 20 hours. Okay? Why should I care? You didn't build up Buddy Murphy on Raw. You didn't build up Mustafa Ali on Raw or SmackDown or any other show. So why did you put them on pay-per-view? Why aren't they on the pre-show? Why did you have... This is funny, by the way. So the story of the night is that SmackDown Live sucks ass, which is what I've been telling you people for so long. And I guess Vince McMahon finally realized it, and so he wanted to prove it with this show. On the pre-show, SmackDown won the tag match. And in the opening match, it was like 1-0 Raw. And Corey Graves goes, well, the SmackDown team won on the pre-show. And Michael Cole goes, it was down on the pre-show. It doesn't count. What's the point of doing a pre-show match if, one, it doesn't count, and two, if you were going to do it like that, why didn't you fucking just put the cruiserweights on the fucking pre-show? Why are the cruiserweights on the main show? Why didn't you put the tag team match on the main show and have Raw win? Why did SmackDown win the pre-show match? Is it because SmackDown was gay? Like, do you know how hurtful that is? That's pretty hurtful. It's actually funny now I think about it, but it's like, come on, man. Just fucking... Nobody wants to watch this cruiserweight shit. Book it somewhere else. Oh, I don't care who won because they didn't watch. Men's elimination match. Braun Strowman, Ziggles, Drew McIntyre, Baby Balor, and Bobby Lashley fought The Miz, Shane McMahon, and Rey Mysterio for Dominic! Jeff Hardy and Fat Potato Man. Fat Potato Man was eliminated in 5 seconds. How dare they? How dare they disrespect Samoa Joe like that? In California, why are they treating Joe so terribly? Maybe it's because Samoa Joe sucks. Do we still not realize this? Samoa Joe's a TNA jobber. I'm glad he lost in 5 seconds. I'm happy. You people act like, oh, he should be treated better. This is the same guy who lost to AJ Styles 5 times in a row. Realistically, you can't treat him better. Because if you do, then it won't be serious. Real life standpoint, he should have lost in 5 seconds because he does nothing but lose. What is one feud Samoa Joe has won? This is very boring. No one cares. This is like the worst Survivor Series match ever. My nose is really itchy, by the way. I don't know why. Who cares? They gave this a B. I gave it an F. Raw won. The last survivors were Lashley, Braun Strowman, and Drew McIntyre. And they defeated a poor old Shane McMahon. What a good win for them. Can you feel how enthused I am? Ronda Rousey fought Charlotte Flair. I got to rant about this for a while. So, they had a fine match. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. There's no reason to care because there's no story. So, when they try to sell it as, oh, there's a dream match. No, dream matches have stories. You didn't just throw Rock and Stone Cold out there and say, oh, well, they're wrestling because of their work rate. That's not how this works. You have to have an actual story. The story is that Becky Lynch died. So, you had to throw Charlotte in there to come up with another match. That's not a dream match. Imagine if they did fucking Mick Foley and Triple H and they called it a dream match when they just got replaced. When, like, let's say Triple H was supposed to fight Shawn Michaels and Shawn Michaels got hurt and Mick Foley replaced him. How is that a dream match? There's no story, there's no build-up, there's no tension between each other. It's just two people wrestling to wrestle. And no, that's this whole pay-per-view. You people sit there and you're like, oh, I enjoy Survivor Series. It's all about Raw vs. SmackDown. You do realize this is the only time of the year they actually hate each other. For the last year, they haven't cared about each other one bit. But now all of a sudden, because there's a pay-per-view labeled Raw vs. SmackDown, they have to act like they hate each other. Remember when like this brand supremacy shit wasn't forced? Back in old Survivor Series days, was where Raw and SmackDown used to actually have beef with each other? Now it's just, oh, it's the blue brand versus the red brand. Which color are you going to be on? Choose a side. And they wrestle each other for fun. Who cares about that? And it sucks more because even if, like, let's say, even if it was evened up, let's say it was like 3-3 and both teams were even. Even if that's so, you do the champion versus champions matches, which prove that one champion is better than the other champion, and that the other champion sucks dick. So how does that help your champions? It doesn't. It hurts them. So this Ronda Rousey Charlotte Flair match, honestly, it was gay because all these retard fans were like, Becky, Becky. Once again, nobody liked Becky Lynch before this. Where were the Becky Lynch chants 5 months ago? Where were they a year ago? They weren't there. You people only like Becky Lynch because she's the new top toy they're using. She's the new fucking, oh, let's give this woman a chance of the week. And because she got hurt by Nia Jax, now you act like she's like your idol, that you like looked up to her as a kid. You never looked up to Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch used to come out years ago to no reaction. Now she comes out and you people act like she's like the greatest thing to ever happen to pro wrestling. She's not. Why is she so great? Because she goes on Twitter, oi, I have red hair, oi. Who cares? Christy Hemme has red hair. Do you like her? I'm sure you don't, because she's not gay as Becky Lynch is. And even more, how could you even like Becky Lynch after they ruined her character on SmackDown? Her whole character was supposed to be going against the system of, oh, they didn't want me as champ. They do this with every single underdog jobber, by the way. But it's like, you didn't want me as champ. Charlotte Flair is the chosen one, and I'm going to derail her. Yeah, well, then she gets hurt, and she chooses Charlotte Flair to fight fucking Ronda Rousey for her. So how does that help her character? Imagine if Stone Cold got hurt one day, and he was like, Rock, go kick his ass. And then he hugged him. Imagine how that would kill Stone Cold. Why didn't you just fucking do a tournament or do a 8-man multi-fuck battle royal to determine who's going to fight Ronda Rousey? Why did Becky Lynch have to single-handedly choose her? For respect? Who cares about respect? Respect is some dumb shit you get in Ring of Honor and NXT. It's something nobody watches wrestling for. Why do you watch wrestling to get respect? Imagine if you watch UFC and after they were done punching the shit out of each other, they just both stood up and shook hands and they're like, oh, it's all about respect. No! They should actually want to fuck kill each other. Why is there respect involved? Who the fuck cares? And it hurts more for Becky Lynch because 3 weeks ago, she was just in that last woman standing match where she was literally trying to kill Charlotte Flair. Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're my friend now, Charlotte, I like you. Who the fuck cares? How could you care about someone like that? So Charlotte Ronda had this boring ass match. Who the fuck cares? It was fine for what it was. Charlotte ends up hitting Ronda with the kendo stick for the DQ, and she goes all bad shit insane. And once again, here we go. Hypocritical wrestling fans. When Charlotte Flair's fucking wrestling with Becky Lynch, you act like she's the worst women's wrestler ever. But when fucking Becky Lynch is gone and Charlotte Flair's the one wrestling Ronda Rousey, you act like Ronda Rousey's the worst one ever, and you act like Charlotte Flair's your god. You see the problem with wrestling fans? They don't cheer for someone for who they are anymore. And then you complain because, oh, why is Finn Balor not over? Because you don't want Finn Balor to be over. You want someone you like to be over. So because of whoever you like, you want them to be over, you're going to boo anyone else who wrestles with them. Needless to say, Becky Lynch wasn't even wrestling fucking Ronda Rousey. It was Charlotte Flair, who you people already booed for wrestling Ronda Rousey. So why is Charlotte Flair cheered now? Because Becky Lynch chose her? Like, are you idiots? You literally are just booing Ronda Rousey because you want to be different. That's the only reason. Because Ronda Rousey is literally, she's not Roman Reigns. She's not any of this shit. There are people who actually respect Ronda Rousey because she cares for the business, she wants to be a good pro wrestler, and she wants to entertain you people, and you people decide to boo her because she's not Becky Lynch. How does that make you cool? That doesn't make you cool at all. That makes you a queer. Imagine if you went up in public and you were like, oh, I don't like Donald Trump because I got notified that people don't like him. Like, have your own fucking opinion. Don't bandwagon off what fucking these 10,000 smart idiots think. Oh, TakeOver's the best. No, it's not. You don't have to bandwagon the idea to be cool. Just say you don't like Charlotte Flair. Why do you have to cheer her because she's beating up Ronda Rousey because Becky Lynch got replaced by her? So Charlotte Flair is leaving and she doesn't fucking care because the fans are booing the fuck out of her because these fans are hypocritical and they don't know how to like wrestling. Heels and faces. Oh, I think heels and faces are just myths now. No. Heels and faces are still a real thing. The only reason heels and faces aren't things anymore is because you retards decide not to go along with it. Oh, we gotta be different. We gotta be different for being the different. For the sake of being different. Who the fuck cares about you people? So then the main event was Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. I saw people calling this amazing match. I don't know what match they were watching. It was fine for a Brock Lesnar match, but like, it's the same match he had with AJ Styles last year. It was no different. I'm sure if AJ Styles was in this match, it'd be the same match. It's where he literally throws around Daniel Bryan for 20 hours. Then Daniel Bryan comes back with like a finisher and 2 submissions. And then Brock Lesnar hits one F5 and wins. It's every Brock Lesnar match ever. How are you entertained by that? Now, don't get me wrong. It's funny to watch Daniel Bryan get thrown around for 20 minutes because he fucking deserves it because he's a fucking jobber. But there's no like, oh, this is a 4-star match. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a 4-star match. How was it a 4-star match? If anything, it was entertaining because Brock Lesnar threw him around. It wasn't a match, though. It was literally Brock Lesnar kills him and Daniel Bryan fought back for 2 seconds. Who the fuck cares? So, yeah, Brock Lesnar won. The story of the night is that Raw won every match. So, Raw for the past 3 years has won Survivor Series. And you still try to figure out what Vince thinks is the A show. It's clearly Raw. Because Raw wins in the viewership, they win at Survivor Series, they have the bigger stars, they have the bigger names, they get talked about more. Nobody talks about fucking SmackDown. Can we please stop this fucking, oh, I can't believe Vince just buried SmackDown like that. Do you realize SmackDown's going to be on Fox TV next year? How did he bury SmackDown? Vince doesn't give a shit. Vince is still making billions of dollars even if he does that shit. He only did this because SmackDown invaded Raw on Monday and Raw needed to get their fucking wins back. So they just dominated the whole fucking time. And there hasn't been a Survivor Series where a whole side is dominated before. Not in my memory. So it's like they did something different. God forbid. SmackDown Live sucks? Wow, what a shock. They suck? No way. Shane said there's going to be changes. Well, if you want changes, why don't you bring back actual good people? By changes, you know what that means. He's going to call up Aleister Black and he's going to be like, yeah, that's right. I got him now. Why don't you call up fucking Big Show? Why don't you make him wrestle again? Why don't you fucking call up, I don't know. Why don't you get Hulk Hogan to come GM the show? If you want SmackDown to be good, bring back good people. Why don't you bring Rhino back? Where's Rhino at? Bring back good fucking wrestlers and maybe people will fucking like SmackDown. It's not hard to think about, people. Where was AJ Styles on this pay-per-view? Just get this pay-per-view, didn't need AJ Styles. Go suck a dick. That's it. Expect videos sometime. If you have any questions for us, make sure to leave them in the comments below. I will feel free to answer anything you have. Other than that, fuck Survivor Series. Fuck AJ Styles. Fuck Daniel Bryan. Fuck Becky Lynch especially. Fuck Becky Lynch. I'll go with that one. Fuck you, Becky Lynch.